has a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Stafford. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. Not much there, only a yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, this defense is going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that
Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. Darnell Mooney His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but...
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Airing it out deep for Woods. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. (21-0) our score after 1. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception. I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Za'Darius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers. And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with his 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. There's Mooney with another catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. Look at guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talk about retirement in the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A full 40 yards that time on third down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And again, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Rodgers with a keeper. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Crosby puts it through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they were.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
5 yards remain on second down. Now a play fake. Rodgers going up top. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Yeah, the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's on the ground. They always tell you, no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. All I can do up here is just shake my head. 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. This one swung out here to Jones. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off play action. Mooney. Flushed out right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he powers his way up past the 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Mooney. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create some nice space for him.
Well, Stafford the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there, a 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
To the air again, Stafford. And now here's another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. 20. And they will finally get it, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down, Rams.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going up top for Miller. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by David Long. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead, put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Stafford on target to Woods, 1st down, L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again is Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. Yet another interception. And I just had to double check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, on 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be.
And now the rookie's free. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Rodgers throwing here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. It's just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. This forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lance That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Working from the gun. Lance going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
On is the punter, Charlton, now, as he's able to get this one away.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Hands it off out of the gun.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. He's going to look deep for more.
And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
These two teams all tied after one.
Throwing his Lance on third down. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. Touchdown, Carolina. Nelson Agholor. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. To throw, it's Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball's caught. Agholor right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup at 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-7.
7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Ballantyne to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off of play action, here's Lance. Going up top for Miller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well.
If you trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. This is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Lance now to throw.
Rolling to his right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Buccaneers 14. Auburn Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete.
I'm show you, man.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Ballantyne to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Lance under pressure. They got him again. Hassan Reddick has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them holding the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep this time for Miller. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this is caught by Watkins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Lance looking to throw it.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers will take over here
as they get it up to the 50. Three-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yes, a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lance. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
That catch good for only a couple.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A give to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. A 3rd down gain of 19.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end. For good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like...
And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Panthers. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Derek Brown. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Going up top for Miller. And now here's another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
McManus's point after is good. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Ballantyne to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Lance to throw on second down here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. Now back to throw. Eluding the press. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Shaquille Barrett. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Looking downfield for Godwin. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Lance. Buying time to his left. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Ballantyne to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
He's got a man, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Rosas to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people